Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so today we're going to ask what action do they want to take? We're going to ask the Divine Masculine what action they want to take. We're going to ask the Divine Feminine what action they want to take. Just action when it comes to their relationship. Please feel free to switch roles if you identify more so with the other side, as we are all the Divine Masculine and we are all the Divine Feminine. And you can take advice for both sides. Okay, so let's take a look at the Divine Masculine side first for this Psychic Tarot. And let's ask two cards. What action does the Divine Masculine want to take right now when it comes to this relationship? What action do they want to take when it comes to this relationship? Two cards. What action do they want to take when it comes to this relationship? What action? Two cards, please. What action are they wanting to take? Okay, so the action they're taking right now is they're trying to gain wisdom and power. That's the action. So this is really good. These are upright. So the Divine Masculine really trying to become their highest versions of themselves. So the action is not really physical. It is kind of physical, right? So physically, they are trying to gain wisdom here. If you see my other videos, they are right now seeking the truth right now, trying to not forget oneself, okay? Trying to love oneself, gaining wisdom through that, and gaining strength. The beautiful Divine Masculines, because I think a lot of the childhood wounds are coming up for them big time. All right, let's look at the Divine Feminine. What action does the Divine Feminine want to take? Two cards. What action does the Divine Feminine want to take? Two cards. What action does the Divine Feminine want to take? Two cards. When it comes to the when it comes to their relationship with their Divine Masculine, what action do they want to take? Two cards. When it comes to their relationship, what action do they want to take when it comes to their relationship? Okay. So, yeah, so it's like the Divine Feminine. Interesting. So we have Star reverse and we have Two of Wands reverse. So it's like they don't have any plans. It's almost like the Divine Feminine feeling like their Divine Masculine or the relationship's not in this divine alignment yet. Like it's almost like the Divine Feminine knows that they're not a vibrational match. They're not in alignment yet. So not making any plans or decisions to be together, like not planning on moving forward. But let me get a clarifier in this. Why is this here? Why is Two of Wands reversed with the Star card when it comes to what action the Divine Feminine wants to take when it comes to this relationship? Why is this here? Why is Sun reversed with Two of Wands reversed? Why is this here? Yeah, it's like they first want to get over this obsession. They don't want to be attached. So that's great. So the Divine Feminine working on the Devil reversed, working on severing their attachment to their Divine Masculine. So that's why they don't want to go into the relationship like this. They don't want that. They don't want to feel attached. They don't want to be obsessed. They understand that that's not the way to be in a relationship. I love it. Let's grab this. Do I want this? What deck? Okay. What else? What other action? Nope, I'm being called to this deck. What action does the Divine Masculine want to take at this time in general? What action? Let's grab two cards from this deck. What action does the Divine Masculine want to take? Two cards. What action does the Divine Masculine want to take at this time? What's the action? Yeah. So the Divine Masculine, okay, we got the Confidence card. Again, the Divine Masculine, the action is they're really working on their own confidence, okay? They kind of want to get over the differences. It's almost like they may see their Divine Feminine as too different, and so they're trying to gain their confidence over that, to say, I don't know if I can relate. It's too much. It's too high of a vibrational relationship It's two different, we're not alike. I need to build my confidence. So it's like that's what the divine masculine is doing right now. Let's look at the divine feminine. I need two cards for the divine feminine. What action does the divine feminine want to take at this time? Just in general, two cards. What action does the divine feminine want to take? What action? Two cards. Yeah. So we got beauty reversed with deceit. That's almost like the Seven of Swords. So it's almost like the divine feminine, it's like trying to find the inner beauty. Trying to find the inner beauty of this whole journey, right? Because feeling kind of like there's been some sort of deceit going on in the relationship, feeling like being almost like, oh, it's not what it seems. My divine masculine's acting this way, but I really know it's this way, but trying to find the inner beauty to it. But let me get a I need almost okay, also in a way, okay, we know what else they're telling me. They're also telling me that for some of the divine feminines, they're also deceiving themselves because it's like they're pretending to not care, and because it's almost like they're looking at the relationship as not beautiful, and so they are deceiving themselves about the relationship is also what I'm getting. But let me get more on this. I need a clarifier. Why is this here? Why is beauty reversed with deceit upright? Why is this here? One card. Why is this here? I have a clarifier. We got strength. Yeah, losing strength, right? Feeling like this relationship is not strong enough. Let me get another one. Why else is beauty reversed with deceit? Why is this here with the action? So trying to gain inner strength is what I'm getting. Inner strength. Divine feminine trying to get inner strength. So that is an action. What else? What other action? Why is this here? What other action? Individuality. Yeah. Trying to be their own person. Trying not to follow the crowd. Trying to do what they think is right. Inner strength is what I'm getting. Building their inner strength. Trying not to follow the crowd. Understands that there's a deceit going on, I would say mostly with their divine masculine. When everyone else is telling them to just give up, the divine feminine is not. So the action is the divine feminine, I don't think, is giving up. Let's get some more cards on what other action. What's another action that the divine... All right, I'm being pulled to this deck. What other action is the divine masculine working on right now? What else? What's another action that the divine masculine is physically working on right now? What's going on with the divine masculine? Interesting. So we got parasite. So the divine masculine working on not feeling like they're energetically almost like an energetic vampire. It's like when there's something parasitic, it feeds off of something. It's like the divine masculine understanding that they're feeding off their divine feminine's energy, or something, or an energy that's not good for them, or a negative energy, and they understand that they have to be their own person. Okay, so they are actively working on that. What about the divine feminine? What is divine feminine actively working on right now? What is divine feminine actively... I don't know, it turned into actively working on. Sorry, but it's action still, I guess. The temple of my body came out reversed. That's very interesting. So it's almost like the divine feminine learning to love their own bodies. Interesting. Knowing that their body is their temple. So, or maybe some of you are working on this because it's reversed. But anyway, it's almost like feeding the body, the nutrients it needs, working out, being in nature. It's like treating your body like, almost like an entity that you love and that you nourish. It's like you're treating your body like a separate entity, like a good friend, or something that you something that you revere, and you're just treating almost like you would like a good friend of yours, or someone that you really care about. It's like you're treating your body like a temple, like that. It's like you're setting a date for your body. It's like, I love my body, so I'm going to set this time and date to do this wellness for my body. So it's like that's what you're working on with that. All right. And let me just grab this deck. Any other actions? Just out of curiosity, what action is the Divine Masculine taking? What kind of action is the Divine Masculine taking at this time? One card. One card. What action? What action is the Divine Masculine taking? Interesting. Trying not to be a victim. I love it. It goes with the theme, the Divine Masculine. Okay. All right. Trying not to, gain strength here, right? Trying to gain strength by not feeling like a victim. Okay. So this says, I am not a victim, but it's reversed. So what that's telling me is that they kind of do feel like a victim at this time. The Divine Masculines, they do feel like a victim, and it could have to do with, I don't know, maybe there's energies feeding off them. Maybe they feel like something energetically is feeding off them. It could be their job. It could be family. It could be friends. It could be what's going on in the world is eating at them, okay? And they may be feeling like a victim right now. That's very interesting. All right, let's look at the Divine Feminine. All right, what action is the Divine Feminine taking right now? One card. One card. What action is Divine Feminine taking? After this, we'll do some guidance, and then we'll do some messages. I will show you whom to trust. That's interesting, so that's reversed. So it could be two things for the Divine Feminine. So working on trusting the divine. So it's almost like the Divine Feminine is not quite trusting in the divine, and so it's almost like, and I'm working on this too. So it's almost like what I'm getting in my own life is that, like, sometimes God feels abandoned by me because I'm not trusting in the divine, if that makes sense. Like, I just try to make it work. I just try to control it myself because I feel like the universe is not taking care of it, right? The universe is not taking care of business. So I just try to do it myself. And then God feels, I don't know, it's just a weird way of saying it, but that's sometimes how I feel. Like I'm abandoning the divine. So it's like when you don't trust in the divine, it's almost like your soul, or God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, feels like, well, you're not trusting in me, so why am I here, right? I'm going to grab one more for Divine Feminine. What other action? So the Divine Feminine, learning how to trust. Okay, that's an action. What else is Divine Feminine? What else? You will not let fear stop you at this time, but it's reversed. So yeah, working on that. So working on the fear. Okay. So I don't know. So let's get a what is this about? What is this about? What is the fear creeping in? Obviously not trusting. There's some kind of fear going on with the Divine Feminines. What is this about? What is this fear about? One card. What's the fear about for the Divine Feminines? What's the fear? What's this about? Oh, okay. Fear of hoping. Oh, I totally relate to that. Lord have mercy. Yes, you have a fear of hoping because, and then what if it doesn't happen, right? It's like, yeah, it's like it's like you're hoping and you're hoping, and then what if nothing happens? It's like, that's your fear. I totally get that. And then it's like, what if, you've been wasting your time? I totally get that. All right, so let's go ahead. You know what? But let's just grab it. Let's do it. Let's just, what is Divine Feminine hoping for? Let's just, okay, what's the hope about? Why is this here? Why is fear stopping the Divine Feminine with hope? What does this have to do with? What does this have to do with? Oh, interesting. Denial. The Divine Feminine, fear of being in denial, or fear of their twin flame and being in denial. Yes, that's what I'm getting. Okay, it's almost like, it's like they have this hope, but they fear that their divine masculine is in denial. That's very interesting. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some guidance here. Let's get some guidance for the divine masculine first. Nope, too many cards. Let's get some guidance for the divine masculine. I just need one card for the divine masculine, please. One card. What is the guidance for the divine masculine? What is the guidance? All right. Past programming. Choose your beliefs. Recognize false stories. External conditioning. Make decisions that support goal. It came out reversed, so that's very interesting. So it's almost like they're not aware. I feel like it's a block. I almost feel like the divine masculine's not aware of the past programming. So it's like when you feel like you're a victim, divine masculines, it's almost like you're unaware of this, like that's what it is. It's some kind of past programming. And so you have to learn to rewire your subconscious mind. A lot of it has to do with healing. I always recommend the emotion code if you're ever interested in learning more about that. But there's many different ways to release past programming. All right, let's look at the divine feminine. And the past programming that comes from anything like how you were raised as a child, the TV shows you watched, the songs you listened to, the movies you saw in the theater, the video games you played on the computer, all those things and many more contribute to programming the mind. Paintings on the wall, all sorts of things. Okay, the news. Okay, so let's look at divine feminine. What is the guidance for the divine feminine? What is the guidance for divine feminine? Loving all of you. Love and accept your inner darkness for greatest self, deeply healing wounds. So now this came out reverse. That's very interesting. So again, I feel like this is a block. I feel like the divine feminine is having a hard time loving the divine feminine part of you, which is the darkness. So if you really learn more about the divine feminine and what that means, the divine feminine is the darkness. But what does that mean? That means loving your shadows. Don't forget about your shadow selves, okay? I do teach on shadow work if you're interested in learning more about that. But that's really accepting your darkness, okay? Because what happens is if you're triggered by other people's darkness, that tells you that it's yours and that you're just not accepting it. And so it's just a mirror. All right, let's get some messages. Let's start with the divine masculine. What does the divine masculine want their beautiful divine feminines to know? Two cards. What does the beautiful divine masculines want their divine feminines to know? Two cards. I'll shuffle one more time. What exactly does the divine masculines want their divine feminines to know? Let's see. All right. Interesting. All right. Now this one's going to be a puzzler for me. Okay. That's interesting. All right, so it came out reversed, but they're telling me why. It says you are special to me even though I told you otherwise. I keep comparing others to you. Reversed. Okay. So what I'm getting and what they're telling me is this. It's kind of strange. What they're telling me is that they don't think their divine feminine thinks that they're special. So it's like their divine feminine told them that they're special, or that they're this, or that they're that, or that they think they're great, and they don't believe them. They don't think their divine feminine meant it. That's so interesting. They don't believe it. You know why? Because they don't believe it themselves. They don't think they are good enough. They don't think they're worthy. So it didn't matter what the divine feminine said. They didn't believe you. They don't think you meant it. Very interesting. And I keep comparing others to you, but again, that is reversed. So it's almost like they're saying there's just no comparison. There's like there is no one to compare to. There's no one to compare you to. There's just nobody, like not even worth it. Or they're also saying that they think in comparison to others that they don't measure up. Is also what they're saying. They feel like that they don't compare to what you could have in another relationship. Very interesting. All right, let's look at the divine feminine. What does the divine feminine want their divine masculine to know? Two cards. Two cards. What does the divine feminine want their divine masculine to know? All right, divine feminine saying, I wish I could take back the things I said. Okay, so maybe there were some things that you said that you wish you could take back. And then we have you are irreplaceable reverse. Now we've gotten this before, so what I'm getting is the divine feminine wondering, is this really a soul relationship? Meaning, if this is the soul, if my twin flame's the soul, is it really about the body? And is it true? Like, is it really true that my twin flame is not replaceable if it's the soul? And I feel like that's what the divine feminine is starting to think about and starting to come to grips with, and saying, if this is spirit and I'm actually gaining a relationship of spirit, is it really about the body? And so that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm honestly getting. But let me get a clarifier. Why is this here? Let me grab this deck. Why is this here? Why is you are replaceable reverse with I wish I could take things back, the things I said. I wish I could take back things I said, and you're replaceable reverse. Why is this here? Oh, that didn't even. Why is this here? One card, please. Why is this here? Oh, do you not want me to use this deck? Why aren't you shuffling? Why is this here? Why is this here? I just need one card. Why is this here? For the divine feminine. Why is your replaceable reversed? Why is this here? Humble vigilance. Interesting. It's almost like, what I'm getting is like the divine feminine feels like they're being humbled. They put a lot of work into this relationship, and they're like, I've really worked hard, and I'm coming to the where, like, let me just give it to God now. It's almost like the divine feminine's on their knees and say, show me like what I need to do now. Like, I'm not gonna try to control this anymore. Like, I give it to you, God. If it's someone else, like, show me that it's someone else. Like, just show me. It's like the divine feminine becoming humble now. Like, I don't want to be in control here. Just show me what I need to do. That's very interesting. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for all my new subscribers. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.